after shocking allegations surfaced about Lil Durk allegedly snitching on 50 Cent to secure an early probation deal. None other than Charleston White stepped into the chaos with brutal commentary, calling out Durk as a fake street dude and dragging 50 Cent for ever trusting him in the first place, setting the internet on fire as he accused Durk of betrayal in the most disrespectful way imaginable. Charleston White is no stranger to controversy, and whenever the streets are buzzing, you can bet he's going to add gasoline to the fire. And in this case, that's exactly what he did, with no filter, no mercy, and no concern for who gets burned. In the latest wave of explosive hip-hop drama, Lil Durk's rumored cooperation with federal authorities, supposedly throwing 50 Cent under the bus, has created the perfect storm for White to do what he does best: talk wild and shake up the culture. It all started when news broke that Lil Durk, who was once facing serious charges including murder-for-hire conspiracies, illegal weapons, and gang-related activity, was set to be released from jail on a special probation deal. Fans initially celebrated the possibility of his return, believing it was the work of great lawyers or a soft court ruling. But as days passed, a darker narrative began to creep in, that Durk didn't just walk free, he may have talked his way free. Multiple sources close to the situation claimed that Durk was approached by prosecutors with an offer: "Give us real information about someone bigger, and we'll consider letting you go." Allegedly, the name they wanted wasn't just any rival or local gangster. It was Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. Yes, that 50 Cent. Apparently, the feds have had their eyes on 50 for years due to his high-profile business dealings, particularly surrounding the BMF television series and the real-life connections to organized crime. According to street-level whispers and a few suspect leaks, Durk had been circling that world for a while, with his name rumored to come up in meetings and even possible casting opportunities. The theory is that Durk used whatever proximity or knowledge he had about 50 Cent business to buy his freedom, a move many see as a direct betrayal of the man who helped co-sign him in the entertainment space. And that's when Charleston White stepped in with the hammer. In a viral live stream, White unloaded a no-holds-barred verbal assault aimed straight at Lil Durk. He mocked Durk's reputation, calling him a studio gangster who folded the minute them white folks showed him a deal. But it didn't stop there. Charleston turned his attention to 50 Cent, saying, "That's your karma, Fifth. You should have known better than trusting one of them slimy dudes. You brought that snake in your garden. Now he bit you in the back." White continued, saying that 50 Cent had got too comfortable trying to be Hollywood and forgot the golden rule of the streets: never mix business with a street code unless you're ready to pay the price. According to him, Durk's betrayal wasn't just personal. It was symbolic of a larger issue in hip-hop, where real ones are getting caught up trusting fake allies. He didn't hold back on performance either. Durk up there crying in court, probably wearing eyeliner under them shades, snitch on the man who made him relevant on TV. What type of real street dude does that? White shouted, 50 should have left him in the mud where he came from. That comment alone sent shockwaves through social media. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with reactions. Some were laughing, some were furious, and others were just stunned. Many people defended Durk, arguing that nothing has been officially confirmed and that White, as usual, was just doing it for clout. But others started to see the pattern. The early release, the quiet courtrooms, the lack of public appearances from 50, and the eerie silence from both parties. And Charleston White didn't stop there. In a follow-up video posted to YouTube, he doubled down on his accusations and went even further, accusing Durk of setting a dangerous example for the next generation. Y'all praising this boy like he's some kind of hero, but he a rat. Straight up, he teaching these youngins that when the heat's on, you fold. You throw your own people under the bus to save yourself. That ain't gangster. That's coward. He even warned 50 Cent directly. You better start checking everybody in your circle, Fifth. Cause if Durk can flip, anybody can. This new generation ain't got no honor, no code, and no fear. They smile in your face and talk to the feds behind your back. These comments triggered even more backlash. Fans of both Durk and 50 were divided. Some called White a truth teller, who's not afraid to speak what others won't. Others called him a clout-chasing instigator, who thrives off tearing down black men in public. But love him or hate him, one thing is clear: Charleston White has a platform, and his voice is loud. And while we wait to see if the snitching rumors are confirmed, the damage might already be done. Even a whiff of cooperation with authorities can ruin a rapper's credibility, especially someone like Lil Durk, who has built his image on pain, loyalty, and street survival. If it turns out that he really did name-drop 50 Cent in exchange for freedom, then Charleston White's words will go from wild accusations to straight-up prophecy. But that's not all. White also hinted at having more info on the situation that he might release in a future livestream. He claimed to have phone calls and court whispers that confirmed Durk's deal involved implicating other high-profile figures, possibly even more than just 50 Cent. "I ain't saying too much yet," he said, "but y'all gonna see. This just the beginning. They're gonna start eating each other alive."